All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start working with complex number operations. We're going to start out basic. Basic means we're going to be adding, subtracting, and then multiplying. All right, so the first one I'm going to work on is, whoa boy, that's not what I wanted. We're going to work on problem number 1. And as you can see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute that negative sign through. When I distribute that negative sign through, the first parenthesis stays the same. Second parenthesis is going to change to a +2 and then minus 7i. So what we're going to do is just combine some like terms. This is literally like if we just used x's. Complex numbers means we're using imaginary numbers, and I'll explain what that is a little bit later when I'm feeling a little better. But you're going to combine the -2 and the +2, and that comes 0. Combine the 5i minus 7i, and you get -2i. So like I said, same thing as combining like terms. We're going to go to number 2 now. 5 minus I plus that parenthesis 8 minus 4i. So that's when you add a 1 or multiply by a +1. It's not going to change anything, so the 5 minus I stays the same. And then it's going to become +8 minus 4i. Same idea, combine some like terms. 5 plus 8 gets you 13, and then -I minus 4i gets you -5i. So that is your adding or subtracting your complex numbers. Now what we'll do is do some multiplying. So if you come down here to number 5, it says we're going to square something. What that means is -7 minus 4i. We're going to multiply it by another -7 minus 4i. All right, so you start distributing. -7 times -7, the -7 times the -4i. That gets you 49 plus 28i. Then do the same thing. You're going to multiply it out. You get another plus 28i, and then you get a plus 16i squared. Now this is where you have to be careful. We're going to combine some like terms. I'm going to get 49 plus 56i, and it becomes minus 16. The reason it's going to change to a minus 16 is because I squared is actually equal to -1. So that means you're taking 16 and multiplying it by -1. That's where the -16 comes from. All right, we're going to finish it up, combine some like terms. We get 33 plus 56i, and that is your final answer. We're going to do one more that deals with multiplying. That's going to be number 7. So multiply the -7 to 3, you get -21. Multiply the -7 to 4i, you get -28i. Multiply the -4i to the 3, you get -12i. And then multiply the -4 times the 4i, and you get -16i squared. Now remember, I squared means it's -1. So when I start writing this stuff, -21, I combine my two middle terms to get 40i. I'm going to write that as plus 16, do one more step. I'm going to combine some like terms, and it's -21 plus 16. That gets me -5 minus the 40i. That's my final answer. Now when you write these, please make sure that you put the real number first. The real number is the value without the variable I. And then the imaginary number will be second, so that's like the 56i and the -40i. So that is how you work complex numbers, and also how you distribute and multiply out complex numbers.